Hey guys, how's it going? So, the topic I wanted to talk about today is this concept of this is gonna get personal. It's the one who got away. And the reason I'm making this video is I woke up just now and I saw a post last night on Instagram from an ex that I haven't had anything to do with for years. We broke up years ago. It's partly my fault. At the time, she was the hottest girl that I'd ever been with. Like I was punching way above my weight, and that was just purely through I caught her at the right time, at the right stage of life where she was looking for someone who brought what I had to bring. I didn't have a lot of money. I would never lead with money even if I had it. And she was kind of game to give me a shot. And we kind of fell in love and stuff. And that all lasted for like a few months. And then she moved on. This girl was gorgeous. Over the years, she's always kind of stayed at the back of my mind. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty solid guy, I would like to think. So I don't necessarily follow her stories, like her shit. I don't. I know enough game to know what I have to do in these situations. Like, I'm not gonna be an idiot just well, I was. I did try and get her back, but that's beside the point. That was kind of like my last lesson in terms of relationships that kind of formed me into who I am. Like I made my last mistakes with that girl, but that girl was for me kind of like the one, right? And well, obviously, right after we stopped talking, I see her on Instagram with another guy, and obviously that destroyed me at the time, and I decided to be a man about it. Just accept it. It's what happens in life. It hardened me, that experience. It did, and uh, I was like liking. I wasn't watching her stories, but I was liking the posts where she was with the guy, just to prove to myself, almost like this is what life is. So I loosely kept track of that whole thing over that whole situation with that girl over the years. Like I was kind of aware when she broke up with that guy. I don't like stalk her profile or anything like that. But like once last year, I think I must have checked out her profile. I was just curious, and the guy was gone, right? So I was like, okay, so she's broken up. And I'm not ashamed to say that in the back of my mind, I always had this spectrum looming of this girl, just like as a measuring stick for how well I'm doing with my life. I was like, if I'm the man, if I'm where I need to be, this girl will eventually want to get in touch because I've had exes want to get back in touch after like 4, 5 years. When I was a completely different beast, different animal than who I was when we broke up, right? So I was like, so this happens. I know this happens. And I was like, this is the girl that I wasn't quote unquote worthy of at the time I was dating her. But so if I become the guy, this is also the girl who's gonna come back. I don't think I want her back because she's been with other guys now, but I'm sure I could look her dead in the eye and be like, I've grown so far past the guy I was when I met you that I can like I had this fantasy in my head that I can like sit down with her, look her dead in the eye and feel nothing and be like, hmm, you're just another girl. And I still think I could do that. But she's also the kind of girl who's like low key. She doesn't post a lot on Instagram. So when she does post, it's kind of like once a year. So I saw a post of hers last night, like a photo dump of like a bunch of photos. And I don't know why. I couldn't help but go through it. So I started going through it, just the usual like holiday photos and stuff. Um, her with her friends and stuff. Of course, a soft launch pic as well, like some guy's hand in a corner of the photo or something like that. That suggested she was seeing somebody and some cool experiences that she's been doing. Obviously, that the guy's paid for. So obviously this is a girl who, like, she's really attractive, so guys will take her on expensive, like, she will have offers from guys to go on expensive trips and experiences and things. So obviously she's using that now. Um, and there's also a photo of her looking straight into the camera, like from across the table, which is the photo that I would have, like, that's the view that I would have had when we were dating. And I was like, I remembered why I was so in love with this girl, just seeing that photo. And that's why you should never go through your ex's photos, but I did. So I woke up this morning and I was pretty shook. I was shook last night. I saw this right before bed and I was shook. It shook me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. It's all going to be fine tomorrow. And I woke up this morning and it's still in my mind. And I'm like, this is exactly the kick that I needed. Because I've been slacking off. Like, I've been wanting to make more videos for this channel. I've been wanting to push harder with my work, push harder with my money, push harder with my fitness, although I'm doing pretty well with that. And I've been feeling like, I'm not going 100%. And this is also partly to do with, you hear all these therapists saying, you don't want to burn yourself out, you should take it easy, it's okay, you don't have to compete all the time, you don't have to compete with everybody. That kind of weakens your mindset. I'm not saying, like, some guys do need it. Some guys do need to hear that. But there's a trade-off where it does make you less competitive when you adopt that mindset. And then seeing your ex that you most hung up on with another dude having all these cool experiences, seeing how well she's doing, seeing how, no, she's not missing you. I mean, that's the biggest kick in the butt that I think you can get. So I woke up this morning a completely different beast. So went straight into my morning routine, skincare, had my coffee, started making this video. I'm about to go hit the gym. I'm about to solve a bunch of business problems. And I was kind of on a downward slope, on a slowing trajectory with my life. I'd kind of been taking it easy. But I see this post and now I'm like, no, I've got to be that guy. I've got to be that mother. You know what I mean? Like, it's not healthy. It's not. But sometimes in life, you need to know as a man how to use this kind of thing, like anything to do with your exes. You've got to be able to use anything like that as fuel. And that's what I'm about to do as soon as I finish this video. So the message is, if you guys are in the same situation, if you guys are hung up over an ex, or if she's seeing another guy and you know it, even if it's been years, I just want you guys to know I'm with you. I'm literally going through it right now for somebody I haven't seen in years. And it's crazy that this can still happen. And I'm so grateful for it because I'm about to level up so hard as a result of this. So I kind of want to DM her and thank her. I obviously won't do that. But it's been that kick that I needed to break through my current plateau and reach that next level. So that's what I'm about to do. We'll talk about more useful things in my next videos, about practical things that you can do to level yourself up. But this was just kind of a motivation video for me. I just wanted to put it out there that, it's normal. Life as a man is tough. This kind of thing happens. And you kind of have to just take it on the chin. You take it on the chin and then you use it. You don't just take it, you use that anger to propel yourself forward. So let's go.